thank you for joining my YouTube channel. My name is Tiny's Purse for those of you who don't know me, but I prefer to go by Ty. This is my very first YouTube video. I've had a YouTube channel for a while now, but I've never put it to use until now. So this video is pretty much going to be about how I started my lash career. And I'm just going to give you information on how you could possibly start your lash career as well. For starters, I worked in retail for about 2.5 years where I was a co-manager, so I was the head in charge. It's probably going to get cut. I'm a person that feels like, you know, you should have many different streams of income. So when opportunity presents itself and I feel like it's a really great opportunity, I take it. So that's when I found my second love, or maybe my first love, which was trading. So I trade foreign exchange currencies as well as crypto. If you don't know what that is, then definitely do your research about it, because you should be investing in something. Invest. But do your research first off. So after I did trading, it got me into the mindset of having my own business, and that's where I started selling like hair, and then from there I ended up doing lash extensions, which is like my second love because I absolutely love it. It has changed my life, and it's continuing to change my life. I love everything that it has taught me. I love everything that it is still teaching me to this day, and I can't wait to see what else it's going to teach me in the future. So enough about that. I want to get into how to start your lash business, or how I started mine. So pretty much I took a course. I flew to Atlanta where we met in person. It was one-on-one, and I actually worked on the live model. And then I came back to Florida because that's where I'm located, and just took everything that I knew and put it into play. I was doing friends and families first, and then I started building up my clientele. I'm in the suite now, and I will be relocating soon. But enough about me. So the first thing you want to know when starting your lash business, identify who you want to be in this industry. Do you want to be a lash tech, or do you want to be a lash artist? And yes, there is a difference. The values are different. You know, the effort that you put into it is different. The information that you decide to retain is different. So again, identify who you want to be before you start, and then once you know who you want to be, then use that information and apply it and work every day to become that lash tech or lash artist. All right, so then next you want to research. You want to make sure you research everything there is to know about the business. You want to make sure you know about the competing businesses in the area. What are their prices like? You know, what are they charging their guests? You want to know the requirements. In some states, they vary. Some states doesn't require you to be licensed, and other states do. Florida, you are required to have your license. So that means you have to go to school to get your cosmetologist license or an esthetician license. I chose esthetician because I'm more into facials and skincare as opposed to like hair, nails, and beauty of that sort, you know? And then unfortunately, either of those courses don't teach you how to do lash extensions, so you have to further your education and get certified. I am 2-time certified lash tech or lash artist, and soon to be a 3rd and a 4th and a 5th, because I feel like you can never get enough information. So definitely continue to seek information, because the more you know, the better your work is, and the more trust your clients will give you. Or have in you to be their lash artist. Once you've done your research on what are the requirements and whatnot, you definitely want to research your tools and your products, because what may work for you may not work for the next person. For example, in my room, it's extremely cold in here, and different glues that may work for another lash tech might not work for me because it's really cold and a little bit dry, so my glue has to be able to adapt to my temperature, or I have to adapt to my glue's temperature. But it's best if I'm able to find a glue that works best in my environment. So you want to find a glue that works best for you. So once you do your research on the prices, you know, the requirements, your tools and your products, you definitely want to go ahead and it doesn't matter if you're home-based or you're a suite. Wherever you are, you want to go ahead and make sure you get the set your area up as it should be, meaning get your lash bed, definitely get a pillow for your clients, get a feet pillow, anything to make your guests comfortable, because I feel like that's the next important step, that customer service and making your guests feel like there's no other person in the world. But it's to work on creating a warm, welcoming, positive environment for your clients, because again, they're going to be coming in here laying down for 2 to 3 hours, sometimes a little bit more, and you want them to be comfortable. I know I can't lay straight back for 2 to 3 hours with no cushion. That's terrible. That's hell. And we want to give them heaven on earth, okay? We want to give them heaven in the suite. We want to give them heaven in the last bed. Woo! Okay. But so how you can do that, well, how I do it, I got a lash bed, I got cushion to go on top of the bed, I got a pillow for their head, their neck, and then I got a foot pillow so they could elevate their legs. And they lay down, and honestly, I haven't had any complaints. All my guests are like, oh my God, like, ooh. And it's super cold in here, so I have hella blankets. I have so many blankets, and I think it's so important that you just work on making your guests feel comfortable, because they have to lay here for 2 to 3 hours. Make that environment so nice for them that they want to come back, okay? Because honestly, it doesn't matter if your work is bad. I mean, it does matter, but starting out, if they see all of the effort you're putting into making them feel comfortable, I feel like it doesn't really matter what you do, especially if you're growing along the way. Okay, so that's key. The next thing you want to do is have consent forms, especially if you're new. It's really important. We're working with people's eyes. That's important. That's delicate. Okay, you don't want to cause any harm or danger to them. Our glues, some of our products are really strong, and most people have sensitive skin, so you want to make sure you have your consent form, just to cover yourself and to cover your guests as well. For marketing purposes, some people don't like getting pictures taken. I have a few clients that don't like getting their pictures taken, but it's stated in my consent form that you are allowing me to do so. So that whole consent form is just to pretty much understand each other, see what can fly and what can't fly. And in the meantime of doing that consent form, you could use that time to like consult with them, see what type of lash style they would like. Do they want a cat eye, a doll eye? Do they want a natural classic set, something with more volume or mega volume? Do they want color? You know, like, use that time to engage with them, communicate with them of what they want and don't want. Alright, and the consent form just looks a little like this. This is what mine look like. Nothing crazy. Simple, 1 page, and that's that. I hand it to them when they get in. I use that time to greet them, to talk, just to break that ice. I think it's very good. Like, I love it. Alright, so once you get past the consent forms, you definitely want to do, like, focus on your pricing as well. Pricing is huge. There's a thing called hard pricing and soft pricing. So your hard pricing is pretty much where you want to go, where you want to get to. Your soft pricing is your starting out prices, and I personally think you should start no less than $100. If you feel like that's too much for you, by all means, you can go down to $80, but nothing under $80. Under no circumstances are you going to ever charge your service $80. Okay, you are providing a luxury service. Your work is worth way more than $80. Okay, but if you feel like that's where you are at that moment, sure, by all means, but nothing less than $80. Do not do anything under $80. Okay, and then, but $100 in your fill would be like $75. Your hard prices would be like $150 for a classic set, $100 for a refill, etc. I'll go over prices in a later video. I'm just keeping it brief and pretty much going over the main things when you're starting a new business and how you should kind of set it up. So again, that's the difference between the hard and the soft prices. Just remember, you are a luxury service, and if someone feels like your service is too much, then they're just not the client for you, and that is okay. All right. And then the next thing would be sales. Always have sales. Always do promotions, especially for new guests, because that's how you get them in. You know, let a guest fill you out. It's their first time coming. They're like, oh, I don't want to spend all this money, and I don't even know how her work really is. So Oh, do promotions, do sales, get them in. Once they see your work, they see how you are, see how nice it smells, good, it feels great, your energy is amazing. They're gonna want to come back to you. So always stay active. Stay active with the holidays as well. Mother's Day is coming up, Valentine's Day. Like, if you could do a sale, try to do a sale. That's pretty much it. I feel like I covered all the basics of starting your new business. So, if you found this video was helpful and you want to stay updated on information like this, subscribe to my YouTube channel, as well as follow me on Instagram at TidaBag, and as well as Desired Extensions, which is my business page, and I will be posting these two names somewhere in this video. It'll definitely be in the caption below. Thank you for joining again my very first video. I think it was a success, and see you later.
First video was cut. How do you feel?
First video, it was good. It wasn't bad. I mean, first video take motherfucking 5. No,
okay, but first video complete.
First
you
video
ready?
complete. I'm excited and I'm happy to see where it's gonna go. I have so much information that I want to give out to you guys, so I just can't wait. Now that I got I feel like the first video is always the hardest. Now that I have it's crossed off my list and I'm ready to execute. And yeah, that's it.